Yeah, uh, I, swirling. Swirling is just demonic at this point. It really is. Swirling is demonic. I found this on somebody else's channel, and I can't. I'm still in bed, so I will put the name of the channel that I found it on. And I'm pretty sure Only Logical did the video. I'm pretty sure. You know, a 28-year-old black woman. I don't have my glasses on, and I'm in the dark, so who made it clear she preferred white men over black men was by her boyfriend a month after filing a restraining order. He then head on into a car and set himself on fire. Mm-hmm. This must be her. We hate ninjas over here. Send a white boy my way. You see? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? She's going to get the same treatment that Christian Obumseli got. She's going to get the same treatment. I'm not going to sit there and gloat on her death, but she's going to get the same treatment because we've been asking Only Logical to do a year-end recap of all of his major video stories that he's been doing. That would be a really, really amazing year-end video to such an amazing channel. You know, she ends up with something that looks like this. Nothing special, nothing amazing. And he looks crazy. He looks absolutely crazy. And she looks like your typical prostitute with all this cleavage showing and her stomach showing. And I've gotten to this point where I'm not even attracted to black women anymore. Well, the ones that look like this, the overly showing skin. I just, there's no attraction there. I don't look at this woman and I'm attracted. I look at this woman and I say that, she's a dead swirler. That's exactly what she is. She's a dead swirler. She met the same fate as Christian Ovumseli. The same fate. She met the same fate as Telbo Rackens. She met the same fate. Another raccoon. Telbo Rackens. Right? Another Officer Tatum white worshipping fool. And, another idiot. And there's a lot of these people, and it doesn't matter how many of these people get deleted off of the planet. They will continue with this nonsense because they are a bunch of self-hating idiots. This is who these people are. It's one thing to say that, you just happen to be attracted to them. I'm going to use their words against them. It's one thing to say that you happen to be attracted to them. And that's what this is all about. But that's not what this is all about. What this is all about is these people never had a father in their life. I'm pretty sure this woman never had a father. And so she never had therapy. And she grows up with this, her longing for her black dad, who's never going to show up, turns into her hatred of black men because her black dad was not around, or her black dad was around, and he used to beat the crap out of her mother. Something crazy. She never gets therapy like they tell us all the time. She never gets therapy, but they'll tell us to get therapy. They're always gaslighting all the time, right? They're always gaslighting. She never gets the therapy that she tells black men to get the therapy. And then she ends up with something that looks like this. A total, this guy looks like a killer. Seriously. He looks like a killer. So when you see the pattern of these people, vain, always about the makeup and the look, but they're not about their spirituality. You know, this kind of individual would have ended up with a violent black male Pookie as well too. You know, and that's probably what happened to her. She probably sat with a whole bunch of Pookies. You know, she was a Pookie humper for many, many, many years. You know, working black men need not apply. Then she got tired of being cheated on. She got tired of dudes, blackening her eye, tapping that jaw. She got tired of it. And then she said in her head that the white man is better, and nobody's better. You will find jerks. Somebody like her will find jerks with black men in the black male in the black male space. She'll find jerks in the white male space. She'll find jerks in the Hispanic because she is a broken, unhealed person. These are these people who end up taking the room temperature challenge. These are these people who do this because they are sick, they are diseased people mentally. These are the people who, when they come into your place of business, or you come into their place of business, they don't smile to you. They're not friendly. Everybody can see this. And a lot of people avoid them. They are mentally unstable. It kind of reminded me of, I had this black woman bus driver in Buffalo a couple of years ago, and she was she was mentally unstable, and she started yelling at people for asking simple questions. Like, she was done. She was done with life. I think they probably eventually removed her off of that job. She was unstable, right? Unstable. These people can't forgive. They can't forget. And they can't move on. They stay hating all men for one man that was never there. This is what a lot of them do. You try to tell these women, I didn't grow up with a father either. So I didn't grow up hating all black men. No, it kind of actually helped me to understand a lot of black men. It really did. I don't hate my 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 sperm donor. I don't hate him. He's still alive. I don't hate him. I just gave him up. And I moved on. And I realized that there's good and bad in all races. And you embrace the good, you hope that the bad gets healed, and you move on. But this swirling is a spiritual sickness. That's exactly what it is. It's sick people. Very, very sick people. And I just don't know, you know, I have nothing more to say, you know. You get what you choose in this life. And everybody ultimately chooses the hour of their death. I believe this. I really do. We choose everything. We choose our clothes. We choose our occupations, and we choose the people who we're gonna romantically deal with, and we also choose the hour of our death and the manner of our death. It's all conscious and we are always under control of our lives, and the swirlers will never cover these stories because what they're doing is that they are preaching white supremacy. They are preaching demonism on their people. Demons are better, okay? They really are. This is what happens when you get with a demon. You know, he's not a demon because he is white. No, he's a demon because he is a demon, and she chose the same. She would choose the same demons in any insert race of man because she's spiritually sick. She doesn't like good. She likes evil. These this is how most of the I wouldn't say most. This is how a lot of these swirlers are because they keep dying. You know, only logical. His channel would go out of business if these women would stop being internally disconnected from God. His channel would go out of business. But it won't because they're going to continue to keep doing this. And you suckers are going to continue to say, rest in peace, sister. No, she's not your sister. Don't tell her to rest in peace. She's your enemy. And you know what? She's Jezebel. This is who she is. This is probably who Jezebel looked like in the Bible. The Bible said that Jezebel was a very, very beautiful woman. And she was a very evil woman. She led the nation of Israel into idolatry and sin. And this is what these women who keep preaching, go get a white man, they keep preaching sin. We are not supposed to be marrying these people. We're not. We are supposed to be marrying each other. We're supposed to be getting along with each other. Oh well.